Yes, I love technology.
Pretty amazing.
Truly wonderful the mind of a child is.
Hey guys, Mr. Ogden here. Today we're going to use InfoGram again and look at Fresno Unified School District's graduation rates. So I know it was sometimes depressing or difficult to look at all the numbers and the data of the dropout rates, but it's also good to look at the positive side of things and look at the graduation rates. So we're going to do that today. So to start, make sure you watch this tutorial video. Then you're going to pull up this cohort data. So this data says cohort outcome data for the class of 2013-2014 for Fresno Unified. Basically that means it's just graduation data. So we're going to be looking at this data here, but now we need to go back to InfoGram and open up InfoGram. You need to log into your account. Remember, make sure you do at fresnou.org. I'm going to log into my personal one that I created. And when you log in, you should see your recent projects down below, and you're going to click on chart or graph. And this time we're going to not do a bar, or excuse me, not do a column graph. We are going to do a pie chart. So click on pie and click this first one right here in the top left, pie chart. Same thing as before, double click to input your data over here. Now this time when we look at our data, we are going to be looking at these different high schools. So obviously you can't graduate necessarily with a diploma from junior high, so we're going to look at high schools. The high schools we need to look at are the ones with data. So some of these we're not going to use. So the ones I want us to use would be Bullard, Edison, Duncan, Fresno High, Hoover High School, McLean, Roosevelt, and Sunnyside. So pretty much all the ones with data I want you guys to go ahead and use. So that's a total of 8 schools. So you're going to start writing them in your graph on the left over here. So Bullard, and then we're going to use Edison, Duncan, Fresno High, Edison, Duncan, Fresno High. Then we're going to use Hoover, McLean, Roosevelt, Sunnyside. So Hoover, McLean, Roosevelt, and Sunnyside. So it should go all the way to 9, so you should have 2 through 9, that's 8 schools. And again, go ahead and clear all this data out. And then up top, for the rows up top here, the columns up top, we're going to include this information. We're going to use students. Okay, so that's total students, like total students in that class. So total students, graduates, total graduates, graduation rate, dropouts, and dropout rate. Let's take a look at the first one. So we're going to put total students, and the next one's going to be total graduates. Next one will be graduation rate, so the percentage of how many students graduated compared to the number of students in the class. And then we're going to look at dropouts and dropout rate. So dropouts, I know we already looked at a little bit at dropouts, but I want us to include those in this as well. And then dropout rate. Alright, so for Bullard, we would, for our total number of students in the school for this particular year of 2013-2014 is 567, and 524 graduated. So 567, 524 of those graduated. So the rate, meaning the percentage of students that graduated, is going to be 92.4%. So we punch in 92.4. Now let's look at the dropouts and the dropout rates. So the dropouts would be 31 and the rate would be 5.5. So 31 total students dropped out, so that's 5.5% of the students dropped out. So you're going to continue inputting that data for the rest of those schools. We're going to title our pie chart, we're going to title it Graduation or Graduates 2013-2014 FUSD. So continue inputting your data for all the different schools, and then at the bottom we're going to do the same reflection that we did before, except the questions are a little bit different. So go back to Google Classroom and look at these reflection questions right here, 1 through 5. You need 130 words total, so make sure you're answering these thoroughly. Use word counter to check your progress, and then to turn it in, once you're done, we turn it in the same as the last one. You're going to click publish, just put your first name, so I'm going to put like Mr. Ogden. Publish for embedding and sharing, this blue bar. Click that, and then click in this box and get the link. Copy the link, Control C, go back to Google Classroom, open up the assignment, add link, and then paste your link and turn it in. Let me know if you have any questions.